happy Sunday, and happy episode 2. Happy episode 2. We wanted to thank you guys so much. After we posted last week and shared that we were starting this vlog, we had just an overwhelming response, and so many people. Oh, there goes the crow with some food.
I know, I saw that too.
Cut. There was just such an overwhelming response of people who were reaching out, excited for this adventure with us, and excited to hear more from us. And we thought that that's absolutely ridiculous that you guys want to hear from us. That's pretty funny. But we love it, and we love sharing with you. So thank you all for reaching out and for just being such a positive, making this a positive experience for us, I think. It made us really want to continue on sharing with you guys our story. And with that, here's episode 2. The bike story. Would you like to share, Glenn? The bike story.
The bike story. What a great tale. So it all started a few months ago. I decided that I was going to start mountain biking a lot more and went on trails with a couple friends, and they more or less gave me the thirst that the bike that I had could do the trick, but I was going to get heavy into it, hit some more obstacles, and probably needed something a little bit more beefier. But in the meantime, it didn't stop me from using my Canadian Tire special bike, and it wasn't well groomed for the trails where I was riding on. And
we took it out one day, on a Saturday.
On a Saturday, went to Spider Lake.
Yeah.
And hit a few obstacles that were unknown.
If you follow me on Instagram, there was a video I posted of Glenn busting his bike. So we're going to show you that video right now.
Are you okay?
So now that you watch that clip and you can see
he's a little rough with his bikes,
to say the least, a little bit. Not too rough, but just a little bit. But saying that, I brought my bike to the bike shop, and they quickly pointed out that I had the drag queen of mountain bikes. It was basically a mountain bike that was branded as a mountain bike, but it could really just be pretty looking like a mountain bike. So from that moment, me and Jess, because she does everything that I do, because she just loves me so much.
Yeah, started the journey of buying new mountain bikes. And I found a really good Norco Mountaineer, well-maintained, for $200 on Kijiji. So I swiped it up, and I was super excited, but I didn't get a chance to ride it because I was still training for the Wine and Dash 15K. So all of my free time was going into running and not biking.
When Jess was doing the Wine and Dash, she said, hey, why don't you come down to Wolfville, drive me, because, yeah, she's going to be drinking all day, so yes. And you can take my bike and go into the park. And I said, sure, why not? And so I proceeded down the trails, had a great time, went biking for probably a good hour. Then there was this little trick park. And I was like, oh, I'm going to try my skills going over logs. And next thing you know, I was a little too confident and fell off a piece of timber, nosed on the front fork, flipped over, and basically
killed my bike.
Killed the bike.
Killed it.
It was undrivable.
Yeah, killed it. But I thought it was funny at first because I was like, haha, Glenn broke my bike. That's so funny. Like, what a good story.
And the scars to prove it.
Yeah. 3 weeks later, it wasn't that funny anymore because he tried to fix it himself. So Glenn went out and he got all of the things that he would need to fix a bike because he thought it was just a simple little adjustment. And then when he realized, oh, I don't have this, he had to go out and get more and more. He probably spent like $100 trying to fix this bike. And I just said, take it to the freaking bike shop. Like, they know you by name. They'll take care of you. Just take my bike to the bike shop. And then you finally did last week.
Yep.
You took the bike to the bike shop. We thought it was going to be a quick and easy tune-up. It wasn't. Glenn actually did a lot of damage.
Yep. I'm a lot heavier than what the bike could handle and ended up bending the fork. Luckily, in all this mess, I ended up finding my bike, which I am very happy about.
Yeah, so Glenn got a new bike too. What was it?
A Brody Bruza.
Yeah, it is really nice, and he was very excited to finally have a bike, but I didn't have one because somebody broke it.
That someone Was me.
So he called, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, you called to let me know that it was actually a lot more damage and a lot more money than we were expecting to pay to fix this bike. It was probably equivalent to what I had bought it for. So think about it, for $500 I probably could have got a pretty nice bike. I'm going to show you a clip that I'm really embarrassed to show, but I figured...
And I have yet not watched yet.
I haven't
just
showed
been
it
told.
to Glen. Glen called me, and instead of getting mad at Glen because he broke my bike, I decided, because he was so upset on the phone, you could just tell that he was... You were very upset. I decided I wasn't going to get mad at him, but I was going to vent to my girlfriends, because they're the people that I always go to who know Glen as an amazing guy and will not judge him for breaking my bike. I spent $200 on Kijiji on this bike. That's it. That's not a lot of money. Relatively decent bike in good shape. He just called and said that he did more damage than he thought, and it's going to be $150 to $200 just for the piece that needs to be fixed on this bike. Just for, like, the piece. So that's not including the hours that it takes for him to get it fixed and for the extra things on that. I spent $200 on this bike, and I have to spend it. Well, I'm not spending it. No, I'm not spending it. All this extra money just because he did some stupid trick in a bike park. Here's a little video of what I did instead of getting mad at Glen. So, as you can see, there are other ways to cope with these crazy moments that come and go in any relationship and all moments of life, right? Even as a parent, these things happen. And I think it's really important to know when to get mad and to show your aggression, and when to just shake your head and curl up with your cat and find peace, because there's sometimes that it's just better for your relationship to not scream and to not fight over something as silly as a broken bike, because there wasn't anything we could do. It was already broken. He already jumped off the ramp.
Or broken body parts.
Yeah, you were in pretty good shape. So I think it's really important to learn when to get mad and when not to.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, I mean, even on other life events, like everything that's going on through life, and you know what's going on, and some things you may take a little bit harder than others, and sometimes just coming home with a bag of candy helps.
He did come home with candy, and that was very nice. I thought that, yeah, I liked that. And I said to the girls, too, I said, he better come home with candy. I'm very hopeful. And he came home with my favorite candy, and that was a win.
Dinosaurs for the win.
Always. So thanks for tuning in this week. We're going to show you some clips of our recent bike trip. Now that we both have bikes, we're very excited for a fun summer, trying out the new trails in Nova Scotia, and just exploring a bit more together, because we think it's really important in a marriage to have a hobby together. So I just like to tag on to his.
That's right, and a big shout out to the bike peddler, my boy Mark, my girl Betty and Mallory. Thank you for all your help. You really took me out of the doghouse, because things could have got a lot worse, and finally getting me on a pair of new wheels, which I'm pretty excited. So we'll see you all out there on the trails, ripping it up.
And hopefully not back in the bike shop.
Or in the hospital.
Have a great day, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.